We're just gonna right in 1 second.
Double damage.
How is everyone doing?
Let's not and say you did.
Okay. Sorry about being so late to this. I was watching the Super Bowl last night, so I had a bit of a slow sleep. But luckily, we haven't missed First Blood. We haven't missed a lot of action. And Miracle in this mid lane with the double damage with the Nether Blast is not quite enough to kill this Death Prophet. Let's have a look at what's happening on this bottom lane. Darkseer tossed back over to Shashlo. And PH just trying to run himself away now. But eats the tree from the Tiny. Oh, let's get rid of my overlay that's sticking around from last time I was casting Osa. My OBS. We don't need to update the score. It is still 0-0. We shouldn't have any more technical issues. Oh, so this laning phase at the moment still fairly even for both. Let's have a quick analysis of these drafts as we've got into this fairly late while we watch the mid lane. It's always a pleasure to watch Miracle. It's a game he had to miss out on the last major. But it looks like Liquid, they have the much earlier lineup with the Lifestealer. They don't actually have a crazy infest partner for this Matumba Man Lifestealer. And over here, no disruption from Mishposhka. Kuroki actually denying the rune. Was that Kuroki denying or Mishposhka? Or Maposhka? I'm not really sure. That living armor working across the map. It's nice to see a Trient Liquid mixing up the drafts that we've been seeing here in this major so far. And Ron Jeremy. RD Jeremy. Doesn't have Avalanche, only has the toss, but they're zoning out GH from this lane with Shashlo. So this is a four position Darkseer. Really quite interesting. And Mind Control is playing the Trient, so I'm curious to see what he builds. The farm priority on a Trient. Are we going to see an Aghanims Trient? That's the kind of thing that we always do enjoy seeing. Over here, the Spirit Siphon. Miracle not level 6, so he's not able to use his own draining ability here of the Life Drain. But on this bottom lane, Matumba Man, he is surge forward. He's tossed up, but he still has the surge on him. And with that rage, that's going to be First Blood here onto Shashlo. That Iron Shell, as well as the slow of the open wounds, allowing him to get that kill. The First Blood drawn in this major here for Liquid. So Mind Control Trient, I'm very curious to see what he builds as an offlane Trient. As we said previously, he does have a bit of priority. How is everyone doing in chat today? It's nice to see you guys. Isamoski, my most loyal supporter, turning up here. Anyway, oh god, sorry about that. I was popping out my chat, and they do manage to dive Miracle in this mid lane. Classic T-Tours. They throw for Kuroki. He still has the lift. They're trying to kill the Death Prophet, but it looks like they might have to just settle for this Tiny. They throw him back, but they need to be careful. Pinwing chat, no Crypt Storm for another 3 seconds. The living armor, so it means GH is going to be okay. With Miracle TPing back in. He's very close to that level 6, and then he should be able to turn this kind of thing around. Looks like Pinwing and Jerry are going to take this nice double shrine. Have a quick shower together in the bathing fountain regeneration. Matumba Man. Just quickly infesting that creep to get the extra CS and go back up to full health. Shashlo, not quite level 6 yet. He is a full level behind. Looks like he was zoned out in mid lane. But this smoke as well as the haste room onto Miracle. He does the level 6, but toss forward onto Death Prophet. Up Miracle, he uses his Nether Blast. They have the lift. Is he going to use the Life Train? They have Disruption if they want it. But look at this, the body block from Miracle. And the Decrep, it's not enough because of the Crypt Swarm. Last bit of damage actually goes to Mishposh and Maposhka. And they get this D-Ward. So Miracle having a bit of a rough time here in this mid lane. DK, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching the Super Bowl last night, so I was a bit tired this morning. But I realized, you're right, we need coverage of Team Liquid. We can't let this not happen. So I'm the 4 position Darkseer. You know what? GH, he does get a fair amount of farm, and Darkseer, you know, he can just empower himself. But I want to see what they do. They've given mind control the priority. So it looks like with the Bassi, he might be thinking about a Vladimir's. But will we see an Ags at some point? But the Tiny of Jerry looks like he's flanking behind here. He does see mind control, an avalanche, as well as a toss, and that is just a dead mind control. He had an iron shell on him, but that doesn't mitigate any damage at all. And he just goes down to Jerry and Excalibur. Excalibur, obviously level 6, with that 2 points in the adaptive strike. A fair amount of burst damage for him. Ah, Tossek, nice to see you again. It's good to be finally casting a game you want to see. And GH, he's trying to search himself away the disruption already used, so I don't think they're going to be able to stop this. Also, 4 points of poison, and they've taken off the living armor. The 5 stack, I think that he's dead. Bosha pops the shadow poison, and a nice kill there onto GH. So the real deal here. They are heading kills, and a little bit in net worth in these early stages.
I don't think invisibility.
Gashlo just mimicking out the Doom Matumban. Level 8 to level 6. He has pulled even further more an advantage, and he has his Midas completed on the courier. They do have an Invisarion on Cherry. This Jerry Tiny, it feels like ever since I've tuned into this game, I've seen him all across the map. They toss him forward into Shaslo as well as the Avalanche. He devours a creep even as Shaslo. The living armor from across the map, but is Croaky going to be okay? He's eating the damage of the Infernal Blade. He pops a stick and he's going to be just fine. But Jerry TP's out just in time. The Tumberman not quite able to get that kill. The Poshka is sitting here hoping for Croaky to walk up, where he will get the kill. But living armor across the map from this mind control Treant is going to heal up Croaky. So Miracle, he is behind in the CS. I think his 2 deaths did not help. Level 8 to level 6. This isn't where we like to see Miracle. And meanwhile, in this jungle, Shashlo going forward, but then again, GH and Matumberman able to get the hits. Broky actually sniping that kill. Maposhka just not able to fight up against 3 of them. And now, Shashlo, you're a little bit caught out. He does have those phases, but they also do have a surge. But it looks like he's not going to commit for it when the Infernal... Sorry, not the Infernal Blade. The Scorched Earth is turned on. And we miss a kill in top lane. Looks like Excalibur. He just soloed my control. Was Jerry even there to help? No, the Avalanche. The Avalanche was enough to set up for the damage of Excalibur. And Jerry, it looks like he's trying to make another kill happen. The thing is, I think these will be the only games that we're able to cast, because there'll be only 2 games on. You know, this is the only stage with 4 games. So I don't think there's any point casting off this. But look at this. They have the disruption, but they miscommunicated. So there's no Avalanche to start up Matumban, and he has the Iron Shell. They are dealing some of the health with the level 4 Spirit Siphon. But Matumban, he's going to walk out just fine. So no kills here in this mid lane, even with the double damage on Miracle. But worth noting here, we're going to switch to net worth. And you can see the Lifestealer is very far ahead. But Excalibur, now by himself. It looks like actually the other cores of Liquid aren't doing as well at all. Matumberman, the only one who seems to have had a good laning phase. And Kurogi, he needs to be careful. Gary, do they have vision of him? They finally have a Radiant Ward, so they're knowing about this rotation. And now, mind control. They see Jerry. A nice Avalanche toss. That's a lot of damage onto GH, but they have the Surge. They're sending forward mind control. He's as well as the lift. But Excalibur, is he going to be able to get a kill? Does he want to go into this? It looks like he doesn't want to fight into 3 of them. Especially near the shrine where TP rotations can come in. But Liquid, so far, seeming a bit behind in this early laning phase. And they're the ones, you know, I think who probably want to dominate in this early to mid game. Because they don't really have anyone to kill this Morphling. As long as he doesn't get burst down by Miracle. But GH, over here, it looks like the Illusion Rune is going to be taken by Maposhka. He can't leave it for his Death Prophet. Or manage to save it for the Pugna to refill his bottle. The Tumber Man just zoning out Shadow. I feel like I've seen these two just going up and up against each other. But a smoke up here. Pimacek does have his exorcism. Will we see the first one used to get a kill here on Matumba? But look at this. Heads up play by the Matumba Man, realizing it's not safe in the bottom lane. And he's actually going to come top. They're not going to be able to net a kill. But look at this. They are wrapping around into the mid lane. Will Miracle be food again for this? Oh, and look at this. Just iron shelling the big creep to farm up these stacks here on GH. He certainly does know how to accentuate his farm. They're pinging out where they think that's really heads-up play. But Matumba Man and Mind Control, they are going to get this tower for free. And it looks like Excalibur, he's gone to the bottom lane. So just switching lanes here from the side of Liquid and the Real Deal.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, is Jerry EGM? Is that's what I think it is. But I didn't have a lot of time before this cast, if I'm honest. There we go. They get the Infernal Blade as well as the Avalanche, the Surge. He still does have it, and that's going to be enough for him to get away on GH. And with the TP in of Kuroki, just using that Fate Bolt, they're trying to defend this mid tower. With the Exorcism pot, they just throw down actually a casual wall. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. In the fortification, but with the rotation in from Mind Control, he does have his level 6. But EGM or Jerry sitting here off to the side of the lanes. Are they able to commit for this? They've Iron Shelled up their Doom Illusion, actually, and sending it. They do find the Death Prophet. And over here, the Lift as well as the Decrep here. They toss forward Mind Control. He gets a nice lift, and they are able to burst up the Doom before he manages to cast a spell. Is that going to be enough to tell the Death Prophet to leave his tower alone? Who are they surging forward? They found Jerry. Can they stop the TP? It looks like they don't even need to. They have the Burst of Miracle, and now they're running away on the side of the Real Deal. So a nice defense of the mid tower, but it does require full 5-man rotation. Excalibur is just farming. But because they bought their full 5-man forward, it looks like they want their own tower for the side of Liquid. And remember, they do have the pushing power of the Nether Blast. Both these mid laners have abilities to take towers, the Exorcism and the Nether Blast. So I'm curious to see how they both do in this mid game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Excalibur scouted out by a Sentry Ward, but I don't think he's really anyone they can kill. I mean, once Miracle hits, you know, his full burst and has a Dagon, I think they'll be able to burst down Excalibur, you know, finding him at, you know, fairly high agi, low strength. But until that point, they're going to have a real troubles killing this Morphling. GH building the pipe for his team, and Matum, Mind Control. Look at the greed. We've got 2 Midases for the side of Liquid. One on him, and as well as one over here on Matumba Man. But Matumba Man had the greed of the Midas, but already has the armlets. He is farming out up a storm. He's showing us why he played so well in that major. He doesn't need Miracle. He is able to farm. Over here, Jerry has the high ground. He sees Mind Control. Also with this ward, are they able to go to this kill? He tosses him forward into the Avalanche onto Shaslo. Are they going to use the Doom? They don't need it because they have the Silence as well as the Crypt Storm or Pingmachek. And that's a nice kill there on that Mind Control. Trian. Off lane Trian. I really just want to see some ags. I want to see this map lit up for the side of Liquid. Poshka getting in these deep wards on this top lane. Matumba Man fighting up against Excalibur. Excalibur does have the waveform, so he's not really going to be able to kill him here on this life stealer, but he is able to harass him right out of lane. Worth noting, actually, something I didn't think about is that the life stealer with his feast versus, you know, the Morphling, once he morphs into strength, you know, you just steal more and more health from him. So that's a matchup I didn't really think about, but I still think it is, you know, Morphling favored as it comes to late game because he just right clicks so damn hard. But in this mid lane, we hear the suck actually happening, but it's not quite enough to save off Miracle. He was caught out, and Shaslo, there's a haste stream here on the Tiny, and they get the Doom on him. But look at this, the living armor across the map. Is he going to be able to go away? Jerry, they toss him into the air, toss him back into all of them. They don't have the exorcism, no mana for it. Is he able to get away on the lifestealer? It looks like not. Excalibur, they kill off Matumba Man, and now GH being dived onto his tower, but it looks like they don't want to commit for it. But that's a 2-for-0, killing off both cores of Liquid. And this is going to result in the tier 1 mid tower. It had been healed up a fair amount by this living armor. But I doubt they're going to be able to contest this. GH, he's already used his wall, and that tower does go down to the side of Dire. Over here, we do see a smoke up from Liquid. I hope it wasn't scouted out by the sword. I don't think it quite was. And look at this. They have the scan. They know people are at the shrines, but are they going to dive this? But Dire use the shrine at the same time. They have an idea that mind control should be here. But look at this. The invasion. Kuro goes forward. They get the lift, as well as the stolen doom on Kuroki. They do manage to disrupt him up, but is GH going to go forward? No, they don't manage to catch the bigger kill of the Morphling. That doom, it's not going to be quite enough to kill him. It doesn't look like it. So unlucky there. They have to settle for the Miposhka kill. I did miss the Miposhka kill on purpose because I thought we'd see if they could catch the Morphling. But unfortunately, that disruption, just saving him, wasn't able to leverage more damage because Kuroki was slept up. So by Miposhka sacrificing his life does save his core of Excalibur. And he's back to full health after tanking that doom. They do have vision of Jerry or EGM here. Does Matumban think he's able to go for the solo kill? Level 13. Is that enough for him? Okay, it looks like with Kuroki rotating in, I think this is a dead Tiny. Wait for it. He shows himself Matumban, the big bad lifestealer. But there's Kuro with the lift. And you are just one dead man here on EGM.
My stones.
The mind control, he still hasn't told us what he's building. But that Midas will start to pay off as the game goes later and later. So GH just surging himself around the map. It looks like he should at least have the hood completed. He only has one item left to finish off that pipe, and Miposhka getting in these deep wards, rolling the Liquid jungle. They have been doing some deep warding with things like the sentry here, and Excalibur has his Dragon Lance completed. Over here, Matumban, he goes in. They get off a nice ultimate, but the Doom, it's on to this lifestealer, but I don't think he really cares. So Doom wastes his namesake, and it looks like Miposhka is just going to go down to Matumban. Matumban doing some work here, getting a good double kill, and Excalibur just absolutely noped out of there to this top lane. Do we have a smoke? We do have a smoke here on Kuroki if they want to use it. Miracle has his Ether Lens, and he is building that Dagon like we said. So the burst damage against this Morphling is coming out. But he's going to have to be careful about the amount of Agi stacks he is. Because, you know, if he encounters Miracle hiding in trees, that will be one very dead water boy.
No, take that.
But Matumban, far and ahead the net worth leader. This is just so impressive stuff by him. We saw this kind of thing at the Major, where even though they had a stand-in, Matumban was playing like a god, going to number one in the net worth, something he isn't usually allowed to do, because Miracle is the true carry of Liquid, as people like to say. So mind control, look at this. We are getting ourselves a meme hammer. That's what I like to see. So this meme hammer, he's going to go for the Overgrowth as well as the Meteor Hammer. Meteor Hammer was buffed this patch. And GH, he looks like he's surging himself around the map. He has the Infested Lifestealer. As Matumban, he actually just pops out, uses the Facebook, gets the Iron Shell. But with that Purge, it's going to get rid of the Iron Shell. And the Rage, it doesn't make you fast enough to be able to chase. This was the reveal of the Desolator. They were really hoping for a kill. But they're not able to catch this Shadow Demon. Expending his spells, able to keep the Lifestealer full at bay. So Shashno, Vaz completed, they get the lift. Do they have enough burst? They're just waiting for this Decrep to fade off. And I think with the surge forward, there is one very dead Shashno, even committing the ward. And look at that, the reveal of the Dagon. He sleeps himself up, but you're just buying time for Miracle to be able to set up on you. And over here on the backline to Matumban, he's trying to fight up against Excalibur. Takes a lot of damage actually there from the adaptive strike. And now Matumban delivering armor. He doesn't have rage up. The toss, is it going to be enough? He's trying to surge. Rage, but the right clicks there from Excalibur. They're bringing down this Lifestealer, and that's a big kill there for the side of the real deal. And now chasing forward onto GH. They get the open wounds, the toss forward. GH Infernal Blade stop as well as Science, and that is going to be another kill for Excalibur.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell.
A 2-for-1, and with this, they're just going to go right into the Roche Pit. even using the exorcism. They know this is happening. I think the Netherworld proc, yes it did. Netherworld hiding here in the trees. So Miracle, I assume he's just going to spam the Nether Blast to be kind of annoying into this pit. And he is. And I'm not... They are able to tank through this, just... They need to be careful. There's mind control. He's trying to go invis. He has... No, he doesn't have mana for the Meteor Hammer. They would go with the channel. They get the stump. Do they have enough to kill them? Look at that! What an amazing kill there. The Dagon into the sleep. They steal the Aegis as well. Away from the Roche and Death Prophet. She does have the spirits going back to her. The Avalanche is not enough to save her. Pinwachek is going to die. Miracle playing like a god. They just weren't respecting him outside the pit. They missed the vacuum, so it looks like EGM might be able to get away from this. But holy hell, what a kill there. Morphling just at 2 low health, eats the Dagon of Miracle, and Miposhka is going to be the next one to go down. So Liquid, they don't lose the Aegis. They lose the Roche kill, but they're able to kill off that Morphling. Great play there by Mind Control as well, Miracle. The reveal of the Meteor Hammer coming out just in time. And now Shashlo, he does have Doom, but versing this entire lineup of Liquid, I don't think he's going to waste it. Even the toss forward there onto Shashlo. DH, he does get the kill with the Iron Shell on Matumba Man. And now Matumba with that Desolator, he's just ready to tank this tower. He doesn't care if there are creeps here. So Miracle, Dagon level 2 already. Had a bit of a rough laning phase after getting ganked twice in that mid lane. But he's almost level with that Death Prophet. Mind Control, just doing so much work from the outside of that pit there. And now he's almost at his Blink Dagger after that big fight in the pit. So we thought the real deal were ahead after killing off the 2 cores of Liquid. But that botched Roche job really working against them.
Tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Matumba Man, Desolator already at his Hyper Zone. Matumba Man, I've just never seen this kind of farm on a Lifestealer. It's so impressive here.
Tower is under attack.
Gary does have an Invis Rune. They do have a Sentry here. He needs to be careful. He is actually playing around it on EGM. He has an idea that they might have tried to deward his high ground. And the stolen toss from Kuroki just throwing Miracle to Mind Control, saying, I don't want to deal with you. He's surging himself forward, but they have no idea. They don't have detection for this Tiny. But let's have a look at Excalibur. Remember, this is the late game threat here for the side of the real deal. And he is getting up there in farm. Not quite at Matumban levels, but he does have his Manta Star, so he'll be able to get rid of the Decrepify. But Maposha, you're in trouble. Uses the Purge. Shasho even dooming up this Lifestealer, and now Excalibur, he's gone forward. He's turned into the Lifestealer. Remember, he is doomed over here, as well as eating the Exorcism of Pinwachek. But a nice wall, and there we go. The ultimate of Mind Control, but before he's able to get the Meteor Hammer, they get the Disruption onto him, and he's trying to hide in the trees, but he won't be able to get away. And they've also killed the Lifestealer, so that's a 2 for nothing, as well as a 3rd kill there on GH's Darkseer. A great fight there for the real deal. And with that, they're just going to look for at least the tier 2. It's the Doom on the Lifestealer. He didn't even have his armor up on, but he wasn't able to get away to safety. This Death Prophet just staying on him with the Spirit Siphon as well as the Exorcism. And with that, I'm honestly really worried about the side of Liquid. Miracle is going to need to pull out a Miracle, to be quite honest. But I wouldn't put it past them. We've seen them do it time and time again. They seem like they're down and out. But this, I would never count out Liquid. Excalibur pushing out top lane with his Manta Style. Just going to farm the jungle. Miposhka going for these deep wards. Is he able to catch anyone? They do see Matumba Man now farming their lane. It's Kuroki, but Mapocha. He's just going to TP out of there. Doesn't have any support to set anything up.
Regeneration.
But EGM over here has his Blink Dagger completed and is actually looking for the 4-star. Just being able to get people out when they're Meteor Hammered, out when they're rooted by the ultimate here of the Overgrowth. And sadly, we're not seeing the Aghanims quite yet for Mind Control. Is building items that some might say a bit more conventional with that medallion next to it. So, EGM sitting in the trees, just having a good time. Looks like he's gonna cut the wave as soon as they see Matumban here. But actually, he TPs away. So no wave cutting today, and Matumban, this tower, I don't think it's long for this world. He has the Hyperstone, he has Desolator, even using Rage so that they're not quite able to initiate on him. We have the unit here. There doesn't seem to be a smoke on anyone. No, there is a smoke on Mapochka. It looks like they're just looking for a good place to use it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But as we said, that tier 2 tower not able to survive the Lifestealer as well as this Pugna's Onslaught.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, Death Prophet, BKB, as well as Yule's and Medallion completed. That's going to make her a fair bit more tanky. And she has an Arcane Rune. That's why they really want to fight. They want to use this Exorcism and then have it off cooldown a lot earlier. They don't have vision over the side of Liquid, and they are all grouped up. So, if they do get caught out, they don't have their Water Boy. He is just pushing this bottom lane. However, Scuddy is completed, so Excalibur has more health. Probably a much less burstable target here for this Miracle Pugna. And talking of Pugna, he's off to deal with the split push. But Smoke didn't result in anything, and Pinvachek didn't get to use that Arcane Rune Exorcism. He must feel a bit cut up about that. What, you guys don't like me calling Excalibur the Water Boy? I think it's all in good fun. So Assault Cuirass completed on this Lifestealer, infesting up Mind Control. So this is really cool. We're gonna see him take him through the trees. At least I hope so. Just using the Meteor Hammer to push out lanes. This is the ultimate farming build on Great Protector, isn't it? You know, with the Andamidas as well as the ability just to push those lanes. But over here, hiding in the trees, they do have Dust, as well as the Sentry Ward. Now, Kuroki, he's found out, but they blink in. A great Overgrowth, and look at that. They just eliminate the Shadow Team almost instantaneously. Pinvachek pops his BKB as well as the ultimate. He's doomed up here on the Lifestealer, but he's not afraid. He's ready to fight up against Pinvachek, but look at this. Excalibur, he's coming. He's morphed up. The Yules onto him. He's thrown forward. Nice Death, and they eliminate the Doom. Next up is Pinvachek. He has a Spirit Siphon, and it looks like they're trying to get out Matumban, and he's able to rage up. Finally, his ultimate is off, but look at the disarm onto Excalibur. He's raged. He's retreating away. Pinvachek will heal up with that Exorcism, but Mind Control is invis. Is he able to catch Excalibur? It doesn't look like it, but a good fight for Liquid. The Exorcism wasted the Doom down, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go heal up, and then they look for a bigger push. And look at this. They even find EGM. Miracle. Mega kill streak. So Liquid taking a great fight there. Matumban, even with the Doom, he was able to fight up against this. He just was able to live life on the edge. And so, no Doom, no Exorcism. I expect to see Liquid at least start to push the tier 2, and if not, the tier 3. Roche is up in 14 seconds, and are they going to scout this out? How patient is it? Look at this, the Netherworld, it's going to see it. Miracle, great identification there by the side of Liquid that Roshan is pretty damn soon. So after this tier 2 tower, we'll see Roche, and then will we see high ground?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So look at this, they're thinking about high ground, but they see Roshan, so they're going to back off. What Dagon level is that? That's full Dagon, level 5 for Miracle. Going for the absolute complete burst damage. And we did see it work wonders in that fight. Able to kill the Doom, able to kill the Tiny. So Kuro just doing his usual position 6 work with that D-Ward. And this is going to be an easy Roche for the side of Liquid. They are possibly thinking about contesting. EGM, they know this is happening, but they're just not going to be there in time. I'm pretty sure. They see it with these illusions of the Morphling, but Dagon down as well as the Life Drain one instant. But there we go, the Avalanche. They do have an idea, but Mind Control. The Vacuum just misses, but he has the Blink. The Overgrowth, it's actually on to 3. I don't think he realized they caught more than they were bargaining for. The Silence, it doesn't catch on to Miracle. So this Tiny, probably not long for this world. The Haste Rune, the Lift. He doesn't have Disruption anymore. He's already expended his ultimate here on Mishposhka.
They're unstoppable.
So a good kill on the Shadow Demon. He will get most of his health back once this Soul Catcher wears off on Matumbaman. And he's just looking for some creeps to heal off. But Aegis on the side of Liquid. But 3k gold lead actually still for the side of the real deal. This Excalibur Morphling is number 1 in net worth. And is building his BKB. He has it waiting for him back in base if he wants to go without buyback. And that will allow him to fight up against this Punger with impunity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, GH has the pipe as well as the mechanism completed. For a 4-position Darkseer, he's almost as farmed as Mind Control. And it's worth noting, Mind Control has a freaking minus. So GH just keeping up his farm. He's been using Iron Shells at every single opportunity to push out Wave steal farm from Matumbaman. He knows what he's doing. A real deal. 2k net worth lead there. Smoked up Doom. Back off cooldown. They even have a BKB and a Shivas on him. So Shashto looking a lot more tanky than he was previously. Mind Control, he's not quite staying in the trees in the correct position to break this smoke. Worth noting, they do have dust, so Invis, it's not invincibility. This isn't my 2k pubs. They have an idea where the side of Liquid are. You can see the pings coming. And they kill Radiant Courier that had a lot of items, actually. Looks like a completed drums as well as a smoke. But now Miracle going forward. He throws out the Nether Ward, and it is enough to absolutely demolish the Shadow Demon. They go on level 5. And all the while that was happening, it looks like just getting some chip damage into these tier 3s was Matumbaman. He needs to be careful if the Doom comes out by Excalibur. He's more forward, but the Surge from GH. Back to the high ground goes Excalibur. And over here, they seem to have some sort of idea where Shashlo is. He does have a TP on him if he just wants to get away. But over here, look at this. They're going forward. They get the silence, so no rage at the moment. And the Doom, actually. This time, it's not on the Lifestealer, but on the team fight control of the Treant. That's a nice vacuum wall, but do they have any follow of it? They kill off EGM and GH. He's eating an Infernal Blade, as well as the Morphing. It looks like he's the one he wants to focus next. And now, all by himself here is Matumbaman. They pop the Exorcism, Excalibur. They have the Solar Crest as well. Matumbaman, I don't think he's long for this world, if I'm honest. He raged up. He's trying to fight. But look at it. It's a decret on Ping Reject. It means Matumbaman, he's not able to lifesteal. And Excalibur, he bursts the Aegis here on Matumbaman with that Adaptive Strike. Mind Control, he's sitting on the trees. He bought back for this. Excalibur, they do get the meteor, but actually the BKB popped just in time. The Doom is going to go down, but so is Matumbaman. It looks like with the end, he's raged up, but he's eating the right hits from Excalibur, as well as the Exorcism of Pimachep. And GH, he bought back as well. And now Miracle, is he going to be able to get away? Blink Deck on 3, but it's being stopped by these Exorcism charges. They get the disarm, but it looks like that's a massive team fight there for the side of the real deal. They killed Miracle. They killed the buyback GH. And they killed the Aegis as well as the regular life of the Lifestealer. Things looking very grim at the moment for Team Liquid. Oh, guys, I forget. I have my replay button ready. I just keep forgetting to use it. But with this, it looks like they're going to siege the tier 3. They're trying to force a buyback. Mind Control just sitting in the trees. It's a nice Meteor Hammer. But I doubt it's really going to do anything to stop the push here of Excalibur. Living Armor instantly dismantled here by Pimachek and Excalibur. They don't even have a glyph for the Radiant side because they just blew it. Mind Control, no ultimate for 7 seconds. And Excalibur even becoming the Treant himself to be able to just pop that Living Armor on him. They don't have enough damage here without Miracle. And Excalibur, he's just going to BKB, finish off these racks. The silence as well as the overgrowth, but it's not enough. Excalibur going to be TPing away with that BKB. The vacuum, BKB, it's not able to get him on the wall. And that's a nice lane of racks after that fight for the real deal. Capitalizing on their win in this bottom lane. So things looking pretty tough now for the side of Team Liquid. We just saw how that Lifestealer gets kited in fights. But now, what are they doing? It looks like a smoke might be coming out Mapoche. He has one on him. Are the real deal looking for another one fight and possibly the end of this game? Excalibur, his full level 25 butterfly, as well as this Eye of Skadi complete. But look at this. He's baiting out here in the mid lane while the rest of his team sitting behind him if they try and initiate. They have a good idea where Team Liquid are. You can see it's drawn on the map where they want to go. They want to take these last... Well, actually, not even these last two towers. There is another tier 2 mid being healed up as we look by the living armor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But it's not going to last long versus these Manta Illusions and the real Excalibur. But a fight, is it going to break out Mind Control? They are Iron Shelled up. He does have the Blink Dagger. And look at this. Wards all here in the mid lane. And it looks like Shastro. But he gets the BKB off in time. The Overgrowth is not going to be able to do enough. Exorcism from Pingmachek. And they do kill the Tiny with the suck there. But it looks like Mind Control isn't long for this world. He buys it almost instantaneously. But GH, she's dead as well. And now Pingmachek, they see Matumba Man. They're running him down. The Exorcism. He's affected by that Solar Crest. And he dies. There's no buyback here on the Lifestealer of Matumba Man. What a fight there by the side of the real deal. They're certainly showing Liquid that they need to be respected. And with this, they're sieging high ground. There's no buyback here for this Lifestealer. Mind Control, he bought back, and he's using the meme hammer, but it's not going to be quite enough. The disruption, even here on Excalibur, just getting more morphling illusions. And these things hit like trucks. Miracle, he's trying to do enough D-push, but I don't think he's able to do such a thing. And are they going to back off? Are they going to respect this? And it looks like they are. They don't have the tier 2 top, so they're not able to get mega creeps for the side of the real deal. So let's have a look at how much of that fight we caused. We're going to have a look at the replay. So over here, you see Tiny. He goes down to the Pugner. But GH is just not survivable. Excalibur doing so much work. And Matumba Man, he can't fight up against this 5-man unit. And they just run him down. No matter how tanky he is with the feast. There's just so much damage.
What have we here? Regeneration.
So, for the side of the real deal, there isn't a Roche for another 3 minutes, but they know they don't need one. This Morphling is basically invincible at this point in time. But are they respecting Liquid? I mean, they did win a TI with this exact lineup. They've stayed together for almost... No, probably even 2 years plus at this point. So that does mean something to the side of the real deal. Miracle, Dagon 5, Blink Dagger. It looks like he wants a Lincoln Sphere. But how this Doom of Shashlo, like just dooming the lifesteal in those early fights. Over here, the Tiny, they blink forward. He tries to get off his ultimate Mind Control, but he's actually tossed forward, so he gets that even better ulti. Now Matumba Man, he's sitting here, he's waiting for the Shadow Team. He's dead, and now Excalibur, however, is in the fight. That's a good wall by GH. I think they do get the illusion, but the Doom, it's coming up in 2 seconds. He has it. Who's he going to use it on? GH, they uses it now again on this Lifestealer. It looks like he's not going to be long for this one. Miracle using the take on, using his burst. But there's the dead Lifestealer. The Doom just doing so much work. Miracle blink in 3 seconds. He might be able to get away from this Death Prophet. But are they going to be able to defend their base? They bought back on the Tiny for this fight. He has a double damage and they're checking Roche. But it's not up for another minute. With this, what are they going to do? Are you looking for that last tier 2? Avalanche does catch onto Miracle. He decrets himself. And he's trying to heal himself up. But the silence there from the Death Prophet. Just enough to kill him, and he actually denies himself to neutrals. Neutrals working for the side of Liquid. But that actually it works against them because it means he's going to have a longer buyback timer. And he's going to have to buy back if they want to defend their final lane of racks. Chashlo already tanking this final tier 2 on the map. But look how fast this Morphling rips through towers. He eats towers for breakfast. He eats towers for lunch. And he even has the stone guy on his team to help them push. No exorcism for 73 seconds. And is that enough to make them back off? To buy back a miracle? Just showing so much respect to this Liquid side, even though they're 17k ahead.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And with that, Roshan, how long are they going to stay in the pit? They realize it soon. 3, 2. Oh, come on, EGM. You just have more patience. Check it. Check it, please. No, no. You don't want to see the big bad Roshan. You don't want to see the man that haunts your dreams. So, Excalibur, Satanic completed now. BKB. This is looking like one deadly Morphling. And as we said, as this game goes later and later, Lifestealer is going to fall off. Or more kiteable. Even the Rapier is the next item for him. Looks like Matumbaman has been reading for the Great Book of Eternal Envy. And there we go. Dire Courier does scout that Roshan's up. And Liquid have an idea that this is close. Surge forward. They're going to see if their smoke pops. It doesn't pop, so they're going to realize they're not inside the pit. But they know that they're close. There you go. Look at this. Invested up to get him inside the pit, walking through the trees, as well as the blink tag on mind control. So they don't know they're in the pit. They got in there with the smoke. But there we go. EGM, the toss-up, as well as the avalanche. A big silence. Dashlo does have his doom, but he hasn't had to use it yet. They do get that Morphling illusion, but he kills it with the adaptive strike. You need to be really careful. Excalibur, is he going to go down? No. That strike to Morph just enough to live through the life drain here of Miracle.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
But all the meanwhile, they're doing stuff here. These two lanes are pushing in. They're going to have to deal with their lanes or they're losing tier 4. The Matumbaman does have a DD, so they want this Aegis. But we saw the smoke here from the side of the real deal. We hear illusions being killed by that Dagon, but EGM, he jumps into the pit again, gets decrept up. But look at this. They have Exorcism and now Excalibur. He's become the Lifestealer. Become that which you hate, but Matumbaman tries to fight out with a DD, but he's doomed up. So much happening. They do kill off EGM, but he buys back instantly. And the Exorcism and Excalibur just able to kill off this Lifestealer with ease. He's not able to do anything. Kited up so hard. And People Check chasing forward here onto GH. Dasho, they're trying to find Miracle, but they're not going to find him. But they should be happy with just that Lifestealer kill. And it looks like they are. They're going into Roshan. Matumbaman, he is sitting here. He has a gem on him. Do they have any detection here by the side of the real deal? No, they don't. Mind Control. Is he going to get this? He does. He snatches the Aegis. What a great play by Mind Control. But Miracle, he dies. He has no buyback. So it looks like this is still going to be game for the side of the real deal, even though Mind Control is making these cool plays. The Mind Control, he goes down for a second time. I think that is probably GG. They're going to go fight it out. But there's no buyback here for Miracle. There's no buyback here for this Lifestealer. And that is just GG. The real deal. Who would have expected this? They take game number 1 versus Team Liquid. Wow, guys. Who expected that? But remember, this isn't a best of 1. This is a best of 3. So Team Liquid, although they might have been clowning around in game number 1, they are definitely going to have to respect the real deal in these next games that are coming up.